Talladega record for number of leaders in one race at 26. We'll be right back for the Talladega 500 presented by Subway.
Presented by Subway. Let's have a look at the Pepsi race summary here as we have gone through 157 laps. A Winston Cup record has been tied for number of leaders at 26. Lead changes were 34, and it's been all green. No cautions. One other time at Talladega. Since 1997 was the only other time that they had a race, Jeff Hammond, when they did not have a caution. It's not like we're disappointed. We're just amazed that we've had such great speeds. And how about the strategy? Our points leader and Dale Jarrett going for his third straight win. Currently second. He sat back for a while. He waited. Now it looks like he's poised and ready to make another move with 30 to go.
Strategy and confidence. That team right now is on a roll. They made the right pit selection, pitting all the way up toward turn 4. Came in under a green flag stop, got in and out, came out second. They're right now in the catbird seat. Early on in the race, and they dropped all the way to the back. They're trying to protect themselves a little bit. These guys are taking a look at the big picture. They realize there's a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, and they're trying to get there.
All right, and as Jeff Gordon said about Dale Jarrett, he's having a Tiger Woods type of year. Let's get on to Jeannie Zalasko.
Yeah, sitting in the catbird seat and also sitting in the best pit, by the way. We should point out the 88 crew, they have the only shaded pit stop on this entire track. So they've been keeping cool and comfortable. Also trying to keep comfortable would be the teammates. 28, Ricky Rudd. It's possible he had a disappointing second place finish at Martinsville. She's losing to Dale Jarrett, of course, because Jarrett on 4 fresh tires. But still no hurt feelings here as the 28 crew held up 4 fingers to let the 88 know what they were doing. Steve?
Jeannie, with Bobby Hamilton pitted in the 55 car, he said he felt like he had a flat tire. He came down pit road. The crew looked at it, couldn't find anything wrong with the tires once they took them off, but they did find some body damage. Mike Joy, I believe, mentioned that the 55 had been bumped. They did find body damage on that left rear. Let's go to Dick Berggren.
Well, if this race stays green, the crews have done all they can for the drivers. About all they can do right now is to cheer him on, wish him well, tell him what line to be in, because no more adjustments will be made if this thing stays green. To Matt.
And I just spoke with Greg Zipadelli, Tony Stewart's crew chief. A flawless stop by the 20 crew, but the problem that they have is the left front fender has been caved in about halfway. Tony made contact with another car. He never said on the radio which car it was, but the problem, his car cannot suck up on the cars in front. He can't pull out and make that pass. Right now, he's just going to have to ride.
Ward Burton has had to serve a penalty stop for pitting out of the box, so he has gone 1 lap down. Kevin LePage has taken the Morgan McClure Chevy to the garage. And Darrell, this whole race has changed complexion since the pit stop.
Oh yeah, well, like these guys keep saying, all bets are off right now. You put your game face on. Whatever you can do now, you do it. You don't take any prisoners now. It's flat out, belly to the ground, right to the finish. Sterling Marlin just displayed that little move when Dale Jarrett tried to make a run on him going down into turn 1, ran him up to the top, and then dropped to the bottom and picked back up a lead draft. Right now, Dale Jarrett's back in 15th place. You're not going to give anybody anything now. Want anything from me, buddy, you're going to have to take it.
This is when all the deals are off. There'll be 25 laps to go next time. You have no buddies. I used to preach that to Mike Skinner. Race after race here in Daytona. You're on your own agenda. You do what you have to do to win this race.
This pack is now 29 cars strong. Michael Waltrip's about 10 seconds behind them. Don't know if he'll be able to run them down or not.
He don't have a whole lot of help to catch back up to this pack with those few laps.
No, Michael's done for. Unless there's a caution, he's out of it. 2 guys can't do it.
How about Johnny Benson in this 10 car? He was back there with Dale Jarrett. Now he's up to 3rd position here with 25 laps to go.
And like Dale Jarrett, yeah, he was in provisional land all day, Larry. We never saw Johnny Benson except on pit stop.
And Dale Jarrett in 3 laps has gone from 2nd place to 25th. I think he was making his run. He was happy where he was, but Sterling kind of put an end to that.
Well, inquiring minds want to know, is that to plan?
To fall back now?
Yep.
No, not now. He was right where he wanted to be.
He was making his move for the lead.
No, it didn't. He tried to pass him hanging.
Get out of town time again, or is it too late for that?
this is the problem that he run into. Now he's back in the middle of the field. Now he can't go all the way to the rear and start over again, so he's got to try to go from where he is.
And the intensity of the eye of the storm will grow here in the last lap.
Oh, yeah, you can hear it coming.
Storm clouds brewing in Talladega, and we don't mean skyward. Things are closing up for the lead here in the Talladega 500, presented by Subway on Fox. Talladega 500, Tony Stewart is the leader. Kurt Busch, the rookie, is second. Johnny Benson is third. Well, that makes, well, now it's 2. It was 4 of the first 7. Now it's 2 of the first 6. Looking for their first ever Winston Cup win. And this is the track board. This race has seen 8 first-time race winners, including the first Talladega 500 winner, Richard Brickhouse. The owner of that winning car, Ray Nichols, has been under the weather. We want to say hello to him. But also Donnie Allison, Ron Bouchard, Dick Brooks, Bobby Hillen, Phil Parsons, Lenny Pond, and Kenny Schrader got their first wins here.
Well, we got 20 laps to go, and 20 laps here at Talladega, it is a long, long time.
I tell you what, the fingernails, mine are down to the quick. I don't know about y'all's, but I can't go much further.
Let's find out about strategy. Let's go to the leader's pit. And Jeannie.
Well, the first strategy we have to deal with Greg Zipadelli is the fact that this fender is dinged. How do you think it's going to affect you? How's the car running?
Right now, it's not affecting it too bad. We made a change this morning to, if we could get in the lead, it would be better. And it seems like it's paying off for us right now. It doesn't want to suck up as good when it's behind. We had a little bit of a hassle getting up there, but right now it's doing all right. We'll keep our fingers crossed. There's a whole lot of racing to go.
All right, to Matt Yoakum.
And Todd Parrott is the crew chief for Dale Jarrett. Your driver's been fluctuating from 15th to 20th. We're within the 20 lap to go window. When does your guy need to make a move?
He told me last night that he knew what he had to do. He saw what the man did here last October, and getting down toward the end, and he seems to be making a pretty good little move right now. So I don't know, maybe the man's talked to him.
He's trying for his 6th plate win. Now let's go to Dick.
Chip Ganassi has a reputation as a brilliant IndyCar strategist, but if he wins today, it'd be his first point win ever in Winston Cup. His driver, Sterling Marlin's got a shot at it. What's your strategy from here, Chip?
Well, you know, on the last stop, everybody was thinking about 2 or 4 tires or whatever. Seemed everybody went with 4, so that's the end of strategy. Now it's just about track position from here on out.
All right, that's up to Sterling Marlin.
Todd Parrott was talking about the man. The man is Dale Earnhardt, who had 10 wins at this racetrack. Earnhardt lost his life on the last lap of the Daytona 500 while trying to hold 3rd place in a pack of cars as tightly knotted as this one.
And you see Dale Jarrett down on the inside. They're kind of buffing in and out, on and off of Buckshot Jones. But Dale's starting to try to work his way back up to where he was before he got run up the track by Sterling Marlin.
Boy, Mike Skinner in the 31 was getting a good push from Ricky Craven on the 32 car, but as they went off into turn 1, it's like it pushed him up the racetrack.
Let's have a look at the damage to Tony Stewart's car and how it got that way.
That corner.
Woo! Got into the back of Johnny Benson early in the race.
He sideswiped him. Slide-swiped him.
That little dink in the left front fender Jeannie spoke of.
Doesn't seem to be hurting anything.
We're going to put a lap on Jeff Purvis.
Might have narrowed the nose up a little bit. Make it run better.
Kurt Busch shoving Stewart down the straightaway toward turn 1.
You got to be pretty impressed with Kurt Busch.
I'd say.
He's been up there all day. He got that Sharpie out. He's ready to make an autograph in Victory Circle.
There's a lot of bump drafting going on. Moments ago, Ricky Craven and Mike Skinner.
Just staying on it, bump draft, bump, 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 bump. But this was going off into turn 1, and then this is where Ricky, I think, slid way up the racetrack after they got into turn 1.
That's friendly. Those are friendly bumps. Just nice little casual bumps. Picks up the speed of both cars. Just wanted to only be sure you do that on the straightaway. Don't try that in a turn.
Jarrett on the inside has now pulled himself up to 9th place. We'll be back to Talladega on Fox after this.
presented by Subway on Fox, is brought to you by AC Delco Automotive Parts, when the right way is the only way. By Ultimate TV from Microsoft. And by Miller Lite. Grab a Miller Lite. It's Miller time.
Getting down to crunch time at Talladega. Crank it up on Fox. Well, we'll just have to do that in this segment. But right now, Tony Stewart leads him across. Kurt Busch, Johnny Benson, Mark Martin, Jeff Burton, Ricky Rudd, the Wallace brothers, Mike and Rusty, Jarrett and Kenseth are the top 10.
Well, for 175 laps at Talladega, this has been the greatest job of driving by these drivers that I've ever seen here. They've been very, very courteous to each other today.
Got knocked down below the yellow line and then popped back up there into Joe Nemechek, but he didn't drive down there. He had to go down there. That was a defensive move.
Yeah, I believe that what I was talking about, that courtesy and all, you know when that started? It started in the driver's meeting this morning. When these guys were told they were going to be black flagged if they didn't do certain things today, they heeded that.
Too wide outside, too wide outside.
And that courtesy may all go out the window with 10 laps to go. We'll be back for the final 10 laps of the Talladega 500 after this.
Fox is brought to you by the joy of Pepsi.
180 caution-free laps. Only 8 laps to go. Tony Stewart leads rookie Kurt Busch in his first Talladega appearance. And Johnny Benson, who's also looking for his first Winston Cup win. And it'll be 7 to go when they come back.
And I believe Stewart watched that Busch race yesterday. You see how he keeps dropping that car right to the inside, particularly off turn 4, not letting anybody get a run on him.
Steve Burns.
We've been listening to crew chief James Ince talk to Johnny Benson in that tag car. Johnny said, I can make a move. I can go past those guys whenever I want. James said, absolutely not. You stay where you are, you tighten your belts, and you wait till that last lap and stay on the bottom. Let's go to Dick Berggren.
Kurt Busch in car number 97 is doing an incredible job. This kid is just 22 years old, making his first ever start at Talladega. He didn't test here. He didn't practice here. All his experience has come this weekend. He's used to running well at new racetracks, however. When he first started at Daytona last year in a truck, in his first start, he finished second.
The car that won yesterday's race has the same number as Tony Stewart, comes from the same team, and was driven by Greg Zipadelli's former driver in the NASCAR Modified Series, Mike McLaughlin. So there was a lot of share between yesterday's winning car and Tony Stewart's team about how to win on this track this weekend.
By all means, and we heard Mike McLaughlin say over and over again, couldn't give up the bottom, couldn't give up the bottom. And you watch Tony Stewart, he'll jerk it right down to the inside off of the corner, not letting anybody get a run on him.
You got Bobby Hamilton in that 55 car. That's his teammate, Joe Nemechek, in the 33. That's the 2 cars that pushed Dale Earnhardt to the victory here in October. And Dale Earnhardt Jr. in that 8 cars behind them.
Sterling Marlin, who led in the early going, is way back in 16th. Jarrett is back in 13th. More than half the field has led this race, but who will win it?
5 laps to go this time.
They just can't, they don't know what to do now. They can't make any, they're kind of bottlenecked up with traffic. Can't go in the high line, can't go in the low line. Just going to have to wait and see if anything shakes out in front of them.
And they'll be waving their arms, but Darrell, this many cars in the pack, you can't work with nobody. You got to get on a hole when it's there.
No, this is just hoping for an opportunity. You want to be an opportunist right now.